There is a question everybody has when they start working out, whether it be calisthenics or weightlifting, and it is, how do I do more repetitions of a specific exercise, whether it be to do more reps of push-ups or any exercise in a single set, because it is a goal of yours or you simply want to become better at it. Doing more reps in a single set can work as a goal to keep you going and motivate you, and when you reach the set goal, it's wonderful. So how do you do more reps in a single set? Many times when people ask this type of question, they want a definitive answer that will fix everything, like simply downloading an update to some kind of software that is going to make it better. But it doesn't work that way. There is no single definitive method to your answer. There are many ways to increase your max reps per set. You could simply keep going and do a standard 4 set until failure and over time still get results. For example, I remember just doing 4 sets every day of push-ups and being able to increase my push-ups reps a lot. I must say that even just getting overall stronger in the muscle group that exercise of movement requires will allow you to do more reps as a result. But in the long run, being specific at what you train will give you more results. You could do grease the groove, which is just doing one set of a somewhat easy exercise many times at different times of a day. And I am pretty sure there are other methods that can help you increase your max reps per set. However, despite the difference in methods, there are principles of training that do not change and that are within those methods to increase reps. The question, how do I do more reps of this exercise, can be rephrased to how do I adapt to this exercise? Then, if it's a matter of adaptation, of getting used to that, then it is a matter of how fast you can adapt to that exercise. If you have done push-ups every day, you will know how fast your body adapts to them. Doing 10 reps of them becomes pretty easy. Simply our body capacity to adapt to a certain load is magical and it's true. First, understanding that our body can adapt is important. How then can you increase the rate of adaptation of your body to a certain exercise? It all boils down to greater frequency and volume, or in other words, doing it more times per week and doing more sets as a total. All methods to increase your max reps involve doing it more often and simply doing it more. The more you do it, the more opportunities you give to your body to adapt. Even with suboptimal rest, so as long as the load does not increase, your body will be able to adapt. After all, it is made to survive. This increase in how many times you train that exercise per week, along with the increase of total sets, means that you will need to give more focus and commitment to this exercise, and that you will need to make some sacrifices in your routine or program in order to accommodate this increase in volume and frequency of a specific exercise. In other words, if you really want to increase your max reps per set of a specific exercise fast, you will need to put more effort and time into that exercise, and as a result, you will put some other exercise aside. Because for example, if you do push-ups and do a lot of them, your body and the muscles required in the push-up will be fatigued and you won't be able to do other exercises that require those muscles. Understanding that we need to increase the frequency and the volume of that exercise to increase adaptation, then anything that affects frequency and volume will be an obstacle for adaptation. Some obstacles that will affect how many times you can do that exercise and the amount of steps you can do are rest, other exercises, being busy, fatigued, and increase of load. If you prioritize rest, then that means that the opportunities you give your body to adapt are lesser. For example, somebody that does 2 times per week of a specific exercise will be behind somebody that does 4 times per week of a specific exercise, if we assume that there is no progressive overload. If you prioritize other exercises, then your body will not be as fresh to do that exercise, and volume and quality of volume will inevitably be reduced. If you are busy, you simply don't have as much time to do that exercise. If you are constantly fatigued and you mix it with high frequency and volume, your quality of sets is going to be trash, and that is also going to affect how many sets and reps you can do. If you increase the load, you are adding another variable for your body to adapt to, when it is already trying to adapt to something. Now it is up to you to find the balance between these things for your specific needs and necessities. And it is necessary to understand that the heavier an exercise is, the more rest you may need and the less frequency you might do in the beginning. But as you adapt, more frequency can be added as it will not be as heavy as it was for you before. Also, the heavier an exercise is, the less overall volume you will be able to do. It is easier to do more push-ups than handstand push-ups. Also, the heavier the exercise, the slower adaptation is going to be. Now, after all this yapping, we understand what it is that we must do. Increase volume and frequency. So what are some practical applications of this? Let's say for example that you do 4 sets of push-ups on Mondays and Thursdays and you want to be better at them. Knowing that you need to do more volume and frequency to get better at that, you are now doing push-ups on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. That simple change increases your total volume per week from 8 sets of push-ups to 16 sets, and the amount of days you train the push-ups from 2 days to 4 days, giving you 2 extra days of adaptation that your body needs to do. This obviously may affect your recovery, but adaptation can also occur in the sense that you get used to the amount you do. Or you could do 3 days of training but increase the sets you do per day to 8 sets, leading to 24 sets per week of push-ups. You can experiment with adjusting volume and frequency with a specific exercise while listening to your own body and taking in account the difficulty of the exercise you want to get better at. Despite adaptation, there are quick fixes if you want to do more reps on a specific exercise on, let's say for example, 4 sets in a row. Resting more between sets can simply allow you to be more fresh on your second set and do more reps. Not reaching failure and saving up energy for future sets may be bad for muscle growth, but it allows you to do more volume in the long run, especially if you are planning to do a lot of sets. Using momentum can take some load from your own body and allow you to do more reps and volume. For example, the swinging in a muscle up. If you want adaptation to occur, then you must do and experience what you want to adapt to. And the more you experience that or do it, then the more you are going to adapt to that. Increasing volume and frequency will help you adapt to the exercise you want to get better at, and inevitably you will be able to increase your max rep per set.